ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Namaste, my dear friends. In this video, I am going to describe and explain the human body as a storehouse of divine bliss, peace, and love. The human body is the temple of Almighty God. Due to ignorance, we are not able to understand the various forces present in this human body. Human beings since ancient times have been striving hard to be blessed by some hidden forces with bliss, peace, and love. This is nothing but a result of ignorance and lack of awareness about the hidden potentialities of human body. Human body is not simply a mass of flesh and bones but a miraculous source of physical, mental, and spiritual forces lying untapped. Arousing these untapped forces is not difficult but very simple provided a systematic and scientific approach is adopted. First of all, anyone who want to proceed on this journey must get rid of certain prejudices and false beliefs which are the real hindrances on the path. Old and false beliefs acquired from the parents, society, and friends do not allow us to adopt new conceptions as they may not tally with our acquired conceptions. We have to keep our minds open and ready to analyze scientifically without preconceived prejudices. prejudices. Let us discuss each factor helpful in harnessing the forces possessed by physical, astral, and causal bodies in the following pages. Do not go through these pages as if you are reading a novel or a storybook. Read each paragraph with utmost eagerness, zeal, and curiosity to get full benefit. I have tried to touch physical, astral, and spiritual aspect of human life precisely. After reading one paragraph at a time, just stop and try to understand and visualize as if this situation is pertaining to your individuality for uplifting your level of consciousness. I have emphasized to include each topic for the consideration by an individual entity and not giving any weightage to his religious background. I assure you, for guaranteed benefit, provided you understand each factor carefully and earnestly, followed by execution in practical life activities. I have based all my ideas mainly from literature of Vivekananda, Upanishads, and other Vedic spiritual books. This book can be printed and circulated for the benefit of all your friends. Chapter 1, Subconscious Mind. Subconscious mind or subjective mind is the most important part of human mind. It is responsible for all involuntary functions of various body parts. It has got more than 90% capacity of human mind. Our consciousness mind has got only less than 10% capacity of human mind. It is more powerful than conscious mind and is responsible for memories, emotions, subtle impressions, and self beliefs. It does not have the power of reasoning, analysis, and logic. It stores all types of information available from conscious mind without verifying whether the information is true or false. The repeated thoughts take the form of subtle impressions and emotions and react whenever similar thoughts are arising in conscious mind. Our all resolutions, promises, and desires arising in conscious mind fail if they do not coincide with the existing thoughts in the subconscious mind without our knowing the hidden working of this powerful part of human body. It is very important for us to understand the working of subconscious mind to facilitate all our thoughts to fructify and take practical form. We have to coordinate with subconscious mind until unless subconscious mind accepts information from conscious mind in the original form, no desired action is possible and we fail in all subsequent efforts. We feel dejected and frustrated. More we try hard, more we fail miserably and blame our fate or destiny. To overcome the aforementioned stalemate, we have to understand the hidden power of subconscious mind. Remember, subconscious mind has got all the powers of manifesting all our thoughts into practical form. After receiving information from conscious mind, it starts gathering all required helpful tools from universe and gives the desired shape fulfilling our desires. Thus, it is most important for us to send the information from conscious mind to subconscious mind in the original form. This part of our mind come into action during sleep and is responsible for our dreams. Whenever the mind reaches alpha level, frequency level 7 to 13 hertz, the subconscious mind becomes active and receives all information from conscious mind without any hindrance, and thus our desires are likely to be fulfilled. Thus, For all our thoughts to take practical form, it is necessary to satisfy the subconscious mind through simple coordination between conscious mind and subconscious mind. Establishing direct contact between conscious mind and subconscious mind is very simple with the help of technique of hypnosis and autosuggestion. Try to bring your body in alpha state using various techniques of relaxation. I will explain one very simple technique of relaxation here for your benefit. Select an isolated space in your bedroom and sit on a cushion, keeping your backbone, neck, and head in a straight line. Take deep breaths for 5 minutes without thinking about your worldly affairs. Imagine your body is completely relaxed and your conscious mind is going to sleep and subconscious mind is awakening. Keep imagining this for 15 minutes and you will feel sleepy. Now start persuading your mind to give instructions to body parts starting from toes of legs unto head that each part is stretching and in turn relaxing without thinking any other activity. After one full round is over, you are in alpha state of mind and your subconscious mind is ready to receive information from conscious mind. Make sure your subconscious mind will receive positive as well as negative ideas and thus for your full benefit avoid negative feedback, otherwise instead of benefiting you will be harmed. Unfortunately, your all auto suggestions must be positive without using words like no or not. I'll explain this with the help of an example. Suppose you want to convey to your subconscious mind that you are healthy and fit. You want to convey to your subconscious mind that you are not sick and not having any symptoms of sickness, but your subconscious mind will receive the message that you are sick and have symptoms of sickness. Immediately it will come into action and gather all required tools to make you sick without you never desire this to happen. Thus, convey all information to your subconscious mind with utmost scrutiny and care to get your desired result. Make sure while giving suggestions to your subconscious mind, your thoughts at that time must coincide with your imagination. I will explain this situation with the help of an example. Suppose you think in your conscious mind that you want to get rid of your sickness and say to your subconscious mind that you want to get rid of so and so disease, but in your subconscious you are imagining that you are sick. So your subconscious mind will receive the message that you are inviting so and so disease, and thus your subconscious mind starts acting upon the instruction and make you sick without your wishing this to happen. Remember, imagination is stronger than your thoughts. This I will explain in another chapter in detail. Chapter 2, Superconscious Mind. This is the highest level of human consciousness. This part of mind is said to be activated when a person is going very closer to divine power. This faculty of mind becomes operational when a human being acquires refined character and purity in his actions and thinking. He behaves in a very decent manner and always inclined towards doing well for society. He is always thinking about divine matters. His mind is connected to cosmic mind and receives information from there for the betterment of society. He remains in pure state of mind for most of the time and his conscious level remains in highest level full of divine bliss. This is the state of mind when a person receives psychic powers such as clairvoyancy, telepathy, and clairaudience. The person finds happiness in divine matters and is more inclined to remain in the company of holy people. He reads holy literature and keeps busy himself in the memory of holy people and God. This is stage when he is immersed in the state of samadhi and talks with God directly. He sees divine visions and receives spiritual knowledge. This state is achieved when the person frees himself of greed, anger, lust, and jealousy. He always keeps in his mind welfare of others and does everything for the well-being of his fellow men. He achieves purity in thinking, action, and does uninterrupted worship of God. He receives positive energy and positive thoughts from universal intelligence. Continuously, he receives grace of holy souls for his advancement in spiritual field. Everybody can reach this state of consciousness easily by adopting a pious and holy lifestyle. Chapter 3, Cosmic Mind. Cosmic mind or universal intelligence is the sum total of all minds present in the universe. This is the source of all types of knowledge from which so called genius or enlightened souls receive their mysterious knowledge. People possess psychic powers and have the ESP skills such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, and telepathy connected to this cosmic mind for their successes in the respective field. Two persons contacting with each other through the above mentioned ESP, extrasensory power skills, take the help of cosmic mind for successful contact. Cosmic mind acts as a medium between two people through which they establish contact with each other. Remember, cosmic mind can be accessed by the subconscious mind only through superconscious mind in the alpha, theta, or delta range of frequencies of mind. From this information, we arrive at a definite conclusion that we can reach highest levels of consciousness only making our mind very pure and pious. We have to lead a life full of holy ideology and high thinking. We must crush our ego and surrender to divinity before planning and execution of any desire. We must verify whether our plan is within ethical and moral limits and is not against the stipulated social laws. We must awake our lower self and consult the higher self for the validity of our planned line of action. Our higher self or superconscious state is only capable to approach the cosmic mind if we can establish contact with universal intelligence. Then we will have an access to abundant storehouse of all types of knowledge for a happy and successful life. Successful scientists, astrologers, healers, and sages have a direct contact with this universal mind to shine in their respective field. Chapter 4, Law of Karma. There is very famous saying, as you sow, so shall you reap, which is directly related to law of karma. In the world, people are rewarded for good deeds and punished for misdeeds by the government or law authorities. A person can escape from punishment due to many lacunas prevalent in the modern day social setups, but he can never escape from the sharp eyes of his own subconscious mind. Each thought, emotion, action, desire is stored in our conscious mind and takes the form of subtle impressions and impulses. These subtle impressions decide our future destiny or so called fate, depending upon the quality of our past subtle impressions. We receive the similar thoughts or ideas and proceed on the same path in day to day life. You can see in the society some people are generous and kind hearted from their childhood itself. They are ever ready to help the needy and become famous in the social arena for their acts of benevolence and charity. They receive help from the divine power following the basic rule like attracts like. There are other people who are very cruel and stone hearted, ever ready to harm other to satisfy their false ego and vanity. They receive negative energy depending upon their past misdeeds and thus store further negative energy and accumulate more and more negative subtle impressions. If our thoughts and emotions are positive, we receive positive thoughts and positive emotions, and we lead a pious life and thus store positive, subtle impressions for our future betterment. To lead a holy and happy life, we must always have positive thoughts and positive imaginations to attract similar positive thoughts from the universal mind. Try to get rid of negative thoughts, negative energy, and negative emotions so that we receive only positive thoughts and positive energy. Chapter 5, Law of Vibration and Transformation of Energy. As per theory of relativity given by the Albert Einstein, matter can be converted into energy and energy can be reconverted into matter. Thus, all states of matter, such as gaseous, liquid, or solid, is continuously in the state of vibration. Human body is also constituted by atoms and molecules, thereby it also continuously vibrates depending upon the state of mind at a particular moment. Obeying the basic rule like attracts like, the vibrations of our body attracts similar vibration from the universal intelligence or cosmic energy storehouse. At a particular moment, if a person is thinking about some disease or bitter incident, his body vibrations will attract some types of vibrations from cosmic energy storehouse and will add more negative stuff and in turn make the life miserable. If the person is thinking about some happy situation, his body vibrations will attract positive vibrations from cosmic energy storehouse, making the life happy. During exciting situations, the vibrations are high, and depending upon their quality, there may be harmful or useful. We should be very careful to avoid sad and gloomy moments, to avoid attracting negative energy from the universe. From this, we come to a conclusion that our physical body responds to our thought power and starts vibrating during intense thinking process. Thus, matter changes into energy. We must make sure that our thoughts are positive, giving rise to positive vibrations, and in turn attract positive energy for leading a purposeful life. It is really very scientific and simple to understand that we are responsible for deciding our destiny and no other external power is playing any role in making or breaking harmony of our life. We should not blame any external agency for our failure or dismal situation, because for every situation, good or bad, our thoughts and emotions are responsible according to law of vibrations and transformation of energy. By observing law of vibration, we can bring harmony and tranquility in our life. Avoid giving any importance to useless thoughts and imaginations and replace them with positive and constructive thoughts and imaginations. Positive state of mind attracts positive energy available in the universe, and also energy emitted by persons having the same state of mind at that particular time. Thus, law of vibration is interlinked to law of karma, and they cannot be separated from each other. Devote some time in deep meditation to improve your mental energy and level of consciousness. Visualize some happy and cheerful situations, imagining and putting the self in those situations to gain blissful state of mind. You will attract the positive vibrations and benefiting you manifold. Sit alone and undergo a visualization, putting the self in a situation like sitting on the bank of a river and listening some sermons from a holy person. Imagine you are thrilled by the listening to the holy talk, and your consciousness level rises to higher realms. Your mind is the state of theta or gamma state. You are in a blissful and cheerful state of mind. Your level of thinking and imaginations is of very higher level. Make it a habit to put the self in cheerful and happy situations, thereby vibrating the body in theta or gamma levels of frequencies. This will make the life cheerful and purposeful. Read holy books and biographies of holy people so that you will raise the level of your thinking and thereby increasing your level of consciousness. Chapter 6, Power of Positive Thoughts. Human mind is nothing but bundle of thoughts. Remember, thoughts affect our physical body directly and intensely. The thoughts process is very powerful and is responsible for chemical changes taking place in our body. Thoughts present in the mind through nervous system cause a chemical change in endocrine glands and thereby produce hormones and other chemical substance chemical substances required for human body. The nature of these chemical substances produced is decided by the quality of thoughts. Positive thoughts produce useful and positive hormones necessary for development of human body. Negative thoughts produce harmful negative hormones which affect the human body adversely. If intentionally we can strive hard to maintain positive thoughts in our mind, our nervous system will help the endocrine system to produce wonderful chemical substances, bringing a miraculous change in the body. Our intellect will become powerful and we will be able to do wonderful things. Thoughts of inspiration and happiness thrill our mind and cause positive effects in the body, and in turn positive hormone produced through endocrine glands. Whenever we are being praised, our whole body undergoes a sudden thrilling sensation and we feel energized. This is the result of change in the thought pattern in our mind, and in turn production of positive hormones causing happiness and thrilling sensations. Similar adverse comments cause unhappiness and negative moods as negative hormones are produced during this state of mind. This is the result of how our endocrine gland system is directly affected by our thoughts. To enhance the consciousness level, we must be very careful to maintain positive thoughts pattern in our mind and avoid negative thought pattern in all circumstances. Be careful whenever negative thoughts arise in the mind, straightway throw them out from the mind and create positive thoughts pattern. Thus we will be able to produce useful chemical substances through our endocrine glands. Nature of our thoughts and emotions is directly received by our nervous system and transferred to endocrine glands, which come into action and start manufacturing the corresponding chemicals. These chemicals are responsible for our behavior pattern and formation of different mood patterns. I will explain this with the help of practical examples in our day-to-day life. Suppose a person is thinking about some disease continuously and becomes emotionally involved. His subconscious mind receives this information and activates the endocrine gland system, thereby start producing the chemicals which may cause the diseases being discussed by the mind without any intention. Our body's nervous and endocrine system. Even if a person jokingly says that he is sick, it so happens that his subconscious mind picks up this information and start gathering all the elements and things required to produce the above mentioned disease. Similar is the case if a person starts thinking that he is very strong person and can become famous wrestler. It so happens that his subconscious mind picks up this information as a suggestion from the conscious mind, starts acting to make his body strong and healthy so that he become as a strong and healthy person. This is the charisma of power of thoughts. Keeping this very important fact of human mind, make sure you never entertain negative thoughts even in joking. Chapter 7, Power of Prayer. It is a common complaint people normally make, stating that they pray so much without their prayers being listened by the divine power and they never get the desired result. The basic reason behind this type of failure is the lack of emotional touch on the part of indulging in prayer. He may pray for mind from mind and not involve the heart, thereby leads to failure. The person prays for good healthy, but in his heart he starts imagining the bad effects of sickness and disbelieves any external divine power can help him in restoring his health. He emphasizes more on the negative side of his topic of prayer. He does not have any faith and belief in the divine power and thus meets failure even if intensifies his prayers. To get the fruitful result, one has to create faith and involve his heart and soul while praying with deep emotions. Intense emotional prayer is heard and listened by God, and definitely favorable action is taken. Before you start praying, make sure what for you are praying, and you should have full faith in the divine power. Create earnest desire and intense emotional involvement of heart and soul. Such prayer is heard and answered definitely. While praying, you must justify your demand. Never pray for things which are justified, not justified, and feasible. For example, you start praying, "Oh God, make me president of so and so country," which you are not fit to occupy a position beyond your capabilities. Thus, try to deserve before you desire. Never pray for harming others. Such a prayer will never be entertained and may go against the person pursuing it. Make your intentions clear and legitimate. Simple and meaningful prayers are answered by God. After you get your desired result, never forget to feel obliged and show gratitude to God. God has plenty to give. Only thing for us is to prepare ourselves to receive His grace. We should be clear hearted and pray intentionally with a positive mindset. You should never give any scope to doubt and ambiguity while praying. Doubt and fear will deter our prayer, reach God, and we have to meet failure. Be 100% sure that your prayer will be heard and answered by God without any doubt. Involve yourself fully and imagine your prayer is heard and answered by God, and you are enjoying your wishes being fulfilled. Try to visualize that God has answered your prayer and your desire is met by the gratitude Almighty, and you are celebrating your success with your family. Imagine you are praying gratitude to God for His grace and timely fulfillment of your wishes. You should always be careful to select your prayer, and it should come out from your innermost. Act like a stereo and start repeating written prayers which do not involve your heart and soul. This type of prayer will never reach God and you will cut a sorry figure. Choose your words correctly and wishfully, and imagine and immerse yourself intentionally. Imagining God is sitting in front of you and you are touching his feet. Imagine God is showering his grace upon you and he is very happy with your intentions and sincerity of purpose. This type of visualization directly takes you very near to God, and without delay, your prayer is heard and answered. Prayers made by holy people are answered by God without delay, and definitely because of their sincerity and faith. Faith and sincerity are the most important aspect of all prayers. If you are lacking faith and sincerity, your prayer will go unheard and unanswered. Pray from your heart and soul for getting definite result. When you pray, attach yourself completely and immerse in the topic of your prayer. Put your heart and soul while praying, and intensity of your prayer should be sure such that it must reach your deity. Have full faith and believe that your prayer will be heard and answered by the divine power without fail. Chapter 8, Imagination is more powerful than willpower. This is most important factor to understand the reason why most of the people fail in their resolutions. A person tries intentionally to stop a bad habit like drinking. He promises not to drink in future. In his subconscious mind, he starts imagining the pleasure he gets during drinking and makes his promise weak, and finally his willpower is not able to stop him from drinking again. More he tries to stop drinking, more he starts remembering the enjoyments he gets after drinking. Thus, his imagination triumphs over his willpower. This is a very simple thing to understand. He makes promise in his conscious mind, but his subconscious mind has a different programming, and his all resolutions are rejected our rejected out rightly. More intentionally, he wants to change his bad habit with same intensity. His plan is rejected by his subconscious mind. What remedial action should we take to such in our good mission of replacing a bad habit by good habit? We must convince our subconscious mind about all the ill effects of our present bad habits, such as drinking. Start imagination about ill effects of drinking, like monetary loss, social stigma, and disturbing family life. Visualize how other people are insulted in the society when they roam about in streets or marketplaces after drinking. How people cause auto accidents when they drive after drinking. Think and imagine how children of drunkards are spoiled. Sometimes they come to a very miserable condition of poverty. Our mind is not our enemy, but we have to tackle it with a great care to make it our best friend. convincing subconscious mind about well-intended resolutions. We must adopt a well-planned procedure of autosuggestion. Sit in a relaxed state of mind and body. Try to induce self-hypnosis by stopping useless thoughts and reverse counting from 100 to 0 to 1. Instruct your body parts from toes of legs unto head to relax intentionally. Imagine you are feeling sleepy. Your body will enter into alpha or theta state and you will be at the verge of sleeping. This is the right time to give suggestion to subconscious mind through conscious mind. Say drinking is spoiling my health. I am going down financially and my family life is being disturbed day by day. I have stopped drinking and instead I will eat healthy food to make me healthy. Repeat this many a time for a few days and surprisingly your mind will become convinced about ill effects of drinking. Now it will become for you living drinking without any difficulty. By adopting this procedure, you can get rid of any bad habit easily. The people suffer so much due to their bad habits and even spend money to get rid of them. But due to their ignorance about the various faculties of their mind and establishing coordination between conscious mind and subconscious mind, they continue suffering. Do not feel frustrated if you are not able to change your bad habits soon. There must be delay, but it is 100% certain that by adopting above procedure you will definitely be able to change any chronic bad habit sooner or later. Patience is required everywhere in life to get good result. By adopting the above mentioned procedure, you are not spending any money and also no ill effects are experienced. So start adopting this procedure and get rid of any bad habit you don't like. By be clear in understanding the importance of positive feelings and must adhere to positive thinking and feelings for a better life. Chapter 9, Destroy Negative Thoughts and Emotions. Negative thoughts and imaginations affect our physical as well as mental bodies. They cause manufacturing of negative chemicals and negative hormones, which in turn disturb the harmony of human body. Normally, we carry on thinking and imagining about somebody's mishappening or continuously cursing someone. This in turn activates our subconscious mind, which comes into action and starts gathering all required information and tools to manufacture negative chemicals and harm our own body. Beware, your subconscious mind does not distinguish between good or bad or for whom you are wishing badly for self or someone else. Thus, unknowingly and unwantedly, you are harming yourself. We should be clear in our thinking, recognize your problem first, and then what further action you want to take up to eradicate the problem. see your line of thinking regarding your problem and its solution. Now look here how you create confusion and create further mischief. You wish to get rid of your problem in your conscious mind, but think about the ill effects of your problem in unconscious mind, and all your efforts are in vain. Instead of finding the solution your problem, you are further increasing its magnitude. Best thing will be to establish coordination between your wish and thinking. After knowing your problem clearly, think about its solution and stop thinking about its ill effects. Carry on emphasizing the line of action to remove your problem. Send instructions to your subconscious mind about the ways and means to get rid of your problems. Your, subcon- your subconscious mind will gather all information and solve your problems in due course of time. Anger, jealousy, attachment, egoism, and cunningness are worst enemy of each and every person. When we indulge in act of anger and jealousy, our nervous system activates our endocrine system and produces poisonous chemical substances and completely disturb our body systems. Over attachment, egoism, and cunningness disturb our mind set and affects our intellect adversely. Try to keep your mind at peace and tranquility. Create love for everybody and never hate anybody. Think every human being as your own, and this will establish detachment attitude towards everything and everybody, bringing permanent peace of mind. Never be cunning towards anybody at all. Being cunning is nothing but being enemy of yourself and harm your own interest. You may try to hide your ulterior motives from others, but cannot hide from your own subconscious mind, which will use the same against you. Thus, you should be extra careful about your thinking process. Never give any space and concession to negative thoughts and feelings. Your subconscious mind will never distinguish between good or bad, and for whom your thoughts are directed. It will use these these negative thoughts and feeling against your interest, and finally you are the worst loser. In that case, you should not indulge in negative thinking and feeling. Every negative thought and feeling will be used against you. Try to think positively and visualize always about good happenings and happy situations for each and everybody, which in turn will benefit you in every aspect of life cycle. O human beings, understand the power of your subconscious mind and learn the technique of tuning it for your all round development. Learn how to change negative thought patterns and create positive thought pattern for better living. Keep a track on negative thoughts, and whenever they try to appear on the screen of your conscious mind, simply crush them then and there and start thinking oppositely on positive lines. You can also do the same by method of auto suggestion. This will make your life pattern very smooth and harmony will be established in life. Positive thinking will change the lifestyle completely, and natural feelings of peace and tranquility will be established in our mind. Ego is quite natural phenomenon and should not be considered always bad. Make sure your ego should not take the extreme shape of vanity and self superiority complexion. Never start thinking that you are superior to others and thus harm yourself in every aspect of life cycle. Give due respect to your fellow beings and even to strangers. This will increase your respect in society. This will act as a moral booster for you. Chapter 10, Law of Gratitude. You must feel obliged to each and everybody for anything good done to you. Being grateful is always fine and ethical. We must feel obliged to God has given us everything for spending a happy and prosperous life. God has given us this miraculous body and abundant materialistic wealth for living a happy life. When somebody gives us something like a toffee, we always say thank you, but never think about God who has given so much for our survival. Always so to say to God like this, "Oh God, you have given so much for my pleasure and happiness. I think I thank you for this wonderful body and materialistic storehouse in nature for our use." This must be your habit to feel grateful to everybody whosoever does some favor to you. This will increase your credibility and people will be attracted towards you. Chapter 11. You are divine and full of divinity. Every human being is part of universal divinity and has got all the attributes of his divine power. Do not look down upon yourself as a powerless entity. You have been given abundant treasure of internal forces within this human body. Harness your internal forces and start living a happy life. Consider yourself as a part of Almighty God and feel you have got miraculous forces within this body. Do asanas, pranayama, and other yogic exercises for harnessing these forces. Do meditation and yoga nidra practices to activate your internal forces. Many, many Upanishadic and Vedic terms such as Soham, Shivoham, Tat Tattvam Ashi, and Aham Brahmasmi, etc., have been proclaiming the divinity within human beings. As per Hindu literature, human beings are divine and possess all attributes of divine power. This type of thinking and feelings will make all human beings self independent and capable of doing all types of difficult tasks without any difficulty. God has given equal opportunities to all human beings for a happy and prosperous life. Believe in yourself, and definitely, without any doubt, you are a divine entity with full attributes of divinity. May God bless you with peace and divine bliss. At this stage, I complete this video. Thank you for watching this video. Namaskar, my dear friends. Thank you. Namaste.